Welcome back to Living with a Classic, and I'm here at a local MOT station. I know I call it MOT just because most of you guys watching are British, you know what that is, but here we call it sickening or inspection, and you do it once a year for regular cars, every 2 years for classics, and when they're 50 years old, you don't do it anymore. I'm here with the Saab, and we're also here with the XJS, but we're focusing on the Saab at the moment, and let's see how it goes. Hopefully, nothing too bad, and I'll get to keep the Saab. Otherwise, this may be the end of the road for the $500 Saab. And there it goes in to be tested. All right, the MOT or inspection or whatever you want to call it is all done now. Let's roll up the window a bit so you guys can hear me. Left side as well. It's a little hot today. Summer's not really back, but it's a little nicer than it's been the last couple of days. And you know, it was time for this thing to go in. And luckily my dad was around, so I said, you know what, let's take two cars at once. It's really nice and sunny. They had an extra time slot, so we took the XJS also. And it's a little shame that we haven't really had a chance to use it that much during the summer. We've been very busy with a new child and everything else and renovations around the farm. But there's still about a month or 2 months left of hopefully some nice days. There's a car show coming up, so gonna try to get the XJS into that, which will be really fun. But let's talk about the results. Got the results here for the Saab, and really not bad. I had no idea what to expect. Once again, it's COVID, so I couldn't come along with an inspector. Usually here in Sweden, when it's not COVID, you can come along and have a look under the car, which is really nice. But it sort of half-passed. It passed, however, I need to come back in 30 days and fix one thing. It's 3 issues, but it's all really one thing. It's the rear brakes. And I sort of knew that when I bought the car. I had an advisory from last year that the rear brakes were starting to get bad. And really they're just bad because the rotors are quite rusty. And yeah, I felt that as well. So it needs new rotors in the back, and I'll put new pads on as well. Luckily, parts are really cheap for this Saab. And that's the only thing it needs. So I don't know, maybe 60, 70 bucks worth of parts and a couple hours of work, and this thing should be ready to go. So it will stay on the channel, and I think we have my new winter beater. I know I've driven the daily driven XJ6 all through the winter, and it did an excellent job of that. However, there are certain, maybe a month of the year where we do get a bit of salt on the roads, especially if I go, off the mountain and down. And yeah, it's just even though I love driving it and it's very, very rust-proof, I want to save it a bit. And then I have this car. It came with excellent winter tires, studded ones. And I think an old Saab like this is going to be excellent in the snow. The heater works really well. Not sure about the heated seats, otherwise maybe we'll try and fix that. But yeah, it will stay on as a tow vehicle and as just picking up any sort of thing, and yeah, maybe as a little bit of a beater. I think it's good to have one. If you live like I do, you have space to keep an extra car, it's nice to have a bit of a beater like this one. And right now it's at almost 332,000 kilometers, and don't know much longer it's going to run for. These non-turbo engines, the 2-liter non-turbo one, 1996, they seem to run pretty much forever. Doesn't really make any funny noises or anything. Works well, so I think we'll give it a service as well. Definitely deserves that. Do some oil and spark plugs and filters and all the basics. As you can probably see behind me, the XJS is right behind, and that thing did really well as well. If you remember the previous time I went away with it to get MOT tested, I had to turn around halfway because I felt that the rear brakes were dragging. So sorted that out. That was just completely my fault with not putting any anti-seize on one side for the brake pads, which don't know why. So they just got a little bit corroded from it sitting for basically 2 years. And yeah, brakes were excellent on it. It had one little thing which I don't have to take it back, but you do need to fix it, because in case you get pulled over by the police, I think you have a month or so to fix it, but in case you get pulled over, they can sort of do an MOT or a test by the side of the road, and if that doesn't work, then it's a hefty fine, I believe. And it is the windshield washer, and we're well aware that it doesn't work, and it's quite a pain to get to, because I have tried troubleshooting it before, and it seems to be the pump that's in the tank, that's in the front fender. And yeah, so I will take care of that. I think it'll be after that car show. And other than that, we're starting to notice that it does need a new battery, especially then when it was during the testing, testing all the lights and stuff. It barely cranked over afterwards, and the battery's probably 10 years old. So that will be another thing, and that thing should be good to go. So good news all around. I get to use the XJS a bit, and yeah, things have calmed down a little bit now. We're getting into the routine of having 2 children and all of that. So I think we should see more tinkering content coming up shortly. I know it's been a little bit of a lull, and thank you so much everyone for understanding that I only have a finite amount of time I can spend on doing this. So I appreciate all the support. It means a lot. It means so much. I do love making these videos. I'm probably getting a little sidetracked here, but I really do, and I love all the support. I love all the comments. I just want to say thank you very much. So you'll see 2 upcoming videos on the XJS and the Saab. I'll get the brake parts, sort that out, and it should fly through. Everything else was fine. He did say it was really good underneath, so I mean, it looks cosmetically not the best with the rust, but it's not rusty underneath where it counts, so that's good. And the XJS, yeah, in the fall we will sort out that pump, which is very annoying, but has to be fixed, and hopefully I'll never have to have a look at it again. And hopefully, if everything goes well, nothing goes bad with lockdown or anything, we will have a car show. I actually haven't been to a car show since COVID started, so I'm very excited. And I'm going to take my daughter, who is 3.5, and I think she'll find it really fun. I think we'll take the XJS so that she'll get to go in a convertible for the first time, and I think she'll really enjoy that. Anyways, I have gone on for long enough now, and it's getting quite warm in here. This car doesn't have AC. It does have a sunroof, which doesn't open. Maybe we'll try and fix that sometime, because a glass sunroof that opens, that's pretty nice, even on a beater. Anyways, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. So until next time, I'm Adam, and this was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.